Hi everyone, it's me Leigh with Victorian Dreams by Leigh. Thank you so much for taking your time to be here. So I have a project share and a tutorial. It's the quickest, easiest little brag photo album. I don't know what to call it because it's just so cute and quick and easy. I think it's like a brag book. So yep, it's me, I'm here. So let's get started. I'll show you what I made for you to just look at that. And then if you want to watch the tutorial, um, I'll show you. I just got a beep on the phone, sorry. So, okay, here they are. 5.5 by 4.5 with a 1-inch spine. This one, I need stickers from Hobby Lobby. So the first one I'm going to show you is I use this paper, Frozen. I got it from Tuesday Mornings. And it's this. So I'm thinking I can find Frozen stickers at Hobby Lobby or Michael's or somewhere. So I'm hoping it will work. And then the second one, I got this for half price at Hobby Lobby, and it is beautiful, thick, thick paper. Uh, it is really nice, thick, and it's already aged looking and inked and everything, and it is heavy duty paper. It's really nice. It's linen too. So let me just show you real quick and then we'll get started with it. So I put a tie on it. I love using the tie. And then I showed a sneak peek in my group Glue Gun Chronicles, and all the links are down below if you want to join. So it opens up really big, so I gotta twist it around. So it opens, they both open, and then it opens again. So 1, 2, well, we'll open it all up and then count how many. And then it opens and opens again. It's the cutest little thing. So you can put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 18 photos. This one has pockets. Well, the little thing slid too far in. Let me see if I can get it. It does have a pockets. I need to put the right size, but I did that to show you. And it has pockets, so it just folds and folds and folds and folds back up. You only need a couple of sheets of paper. The whole thing is 2 sheets of paper to make the pages and then 2 sheets to wrap the album. So let's fold it back, fold it back, fold it back, and fold it back. And so this is, I'm talking about the white paper, and then the designer paper is, I don't know how many sheets that was because I cut them down to size. So let's close this one up, and here's the back, and here's the side. But isn't it the cutest little brag book? And it fits perfectly in a purse for a grandmother, or if you're doing the end of the year and you want to make albums for the sports teams that your daughter or son was on, or if you want to give gifts at the end of the year for all the kids in the classroom. I tell you what, this would be perfect for. If you have a booth at a craft show, you can make these because it takes like an hour. And this one has lace. I made tags to put in this, and now I don't know where the tags are. You can put buttons on the tags, but this is just leftover paper. And I just put lace on here. There's glue strings. So there's this one. This one I inked up with Tim Holtz, what was it? Tea dye. And the ribbon came from the dollar store. And this is some really thick, nice ribbon. It's very aggressive compared to this seed binding. So let's look at this one real quick. I did put a color in this one, but that one I didn't want to. So I inked everything. I inked the album, I inked everything. So it lifts up and then has another lift or flap. I should say flap. Here's a flap here, flap down, and flap. And it is the cutest little brag book. This one I saved paper and did not put the pocket in. The pocket was, to me, after I made the first one, it wasn't worth it. So let's open both. And there you go. That paper is gorgeous, isn't it? I love that paper. Let's see, let's put that there. And I have all my notes on all my ideas and how to do it and everything. So someone's going to say, Leigh, it's on YouTube. It's been done a million times. I'm like, oh my gosh, I didn't look. Sometimes I lose creativity if I watch too much, because then I can't think for myself. But then sometimes I get really inspired by a lot of people. So, I just can't overwatch. So let's fold this up, and I'll do a tutorial for you. This is thick ribbon. Wowzers. I'm going to have to retie that a little better when I'm not on camera and make it nicer. But see, there's plenty of room in there to add embellishments and everything else. So even though it's a 1-inch spine, 5.5 by 4.5. And if you already know how to wrap, all you have to do is wait for the pages and you'll have this made in no time. So, all right, let's put these aside and I'll show you how to do it. So what you need is chipboard. This is lightweight. I am using it up and I'm loving it. This is 4.5 by 5.5. This is 1 by 5.5. And this is 4.5 by 5.5. Okay, so you put tape down, and I'll show you the link of Beginners 101. I'll put my links of the videos I've made of Beginners 101 of how to make an album where you do the chipboard and wrap it. It does have a hinge on there. This does not take a hinge at all. And anyway, so you put tape all down. Put tape all down and put it on your cardstock. 2 pieces of cardstock. Here's my seam. Always make sure that your binding has, your middle piece has it right in the middle of the seam. I don't know if you can see that seam right there. Okay, and also remember, this needs to have tape because this paper right here needs tape right here, and then put tape here, and then when it folds down, see how the tape comes out here. I did miter the corners and I taped it up. So let's get ready to tape it, and then all we use is 2 sheets of paper and all to make the pages. So I tried to get this done as fast as possible for you. Be gentle with your pages when you want to fold them over and wrap. Just take your time on that so nothing cracks, is what I would tell you as I'm trying to get all these tapes off. I could have got all the tapes off, but then I didn't want to be sticky and do something wrong. I always just want to be the fastest I can for you. Go ahead and put it on 2-speed, or go skip through this part and wait for the pages. And nobody got time for all this. Okay, so I went real smooth and I prepped it, and there you go. Now push that corner in and in. Let's go do both sides. I had already prepped all this. I actually took my stylist and went around the edges, and it makes it want to fold a lot nicer. So that's ready to be in. push the corners in. The corners are what gets me no matter how many albums I make. The corners are what gets me every time. So just pinch your corners in, push them in, and take your time. We'll use our bone folder as soon as I get them all down. What I mean by pushing the corners in, you push it in, and then you push it in, and push it down, and push it in, and it makes a better mitered corner. You can always trim up if you need to. Okay, so you take your bone folder. I did forget to put tape on the piece that covers this, so y'all are going to have to watch me do that. I try to do everything and I forgot. And then I did the back side. Okay. Gently, because this is where you can get cracking. I took 2 pieces of middle weight chipboard, middle weight chipboard, and that's how I got my spacers, and that's how also I had the angle here to wrap it. So let's go slow. So there's our little album. Boy, that seam is right on that edge. But it's holding tight. I have a lot of glue on it, but I can feel it's right on that edge. I don't know if you can see it, but there's the seam. But, okay. All right, so what did I need to do? With the sheets of paper that are out here, this is where I cut off the extra sheets. This one's too small to use. You can use that if you want to make pockets, but this one fits right there. So let's tape this down and cover all this. And why didn't I pre-tape this to save time for you guys? But that's okay. You can just fast forward or listen to me talk about that I'm having a giveaway. So I'll put the link down below of the giveaway challenge. And I don't remember the dates, but it's the end of May. And I'm trying to, I know it's like the 25th or something. And because I keep not remembering the dates when I talk about it, I'm going to have to make another updated video just to finalize it. Plus, we're right in the middle of moving. So, yeah, I'm giving away, let me see real quick. I'm giving away a kit to make this album and a whole bunch of stuff from my stash, about $100 worth, because I'm moving and I just have too much stuff. But see how cute this album is? And yeah, so I'm giving away a kit to make that album, and it's going to be about $100 worth of goodies. So let me put that off to the side and finish making what we're making. But I'll put that link down below so that you can join that. All it is share the giveaway video or share the album video, and but you have to let me know so that so I know to enter you and let me see the link of it. So okay, so I have my tape down, and I'm also going to add a little bit more tape right here on this, just so that it's secure, because this is where it gets all the wear and tear. So just one more after this, and we're going to make our 2 pages and be done. It is very quick album. I think it's a cute little brag book little album. Okay, burnish all that down. No air bubbles, guys. Air bubbles will come back and get you in a year and bite you. Okay, let's get the tape off and be done with this wrapping of the album. I throw all these little tapes down beside me, and it's a hot mess down there. I need to clean it up. Who all watched HSN last night, and yet and the night before yesterday all day it was craft day and bought anything? I bought. I shouldn't have. I didn't need to look at it, but once I saw it, I did. I'll make a video of it. Okay, guys. So let's get it flat so that it will adhere. Let's make sure we are let's see, that tape was on the edge and that will show dirt. And also, let's get rid of that. That piece of paper will cover it up. I don't even know what size paper this is, so let me measure for you. It is 4 3/4 by 8 3/4. Should be 8.5. It's 8.5 paper, isn't it? Am I not reading right? Yeah, 8.5. This is 8.5 paper. It's 8.5 by 4 3/4. Sorry, guys. Like, that didn't add up. Okay. I don't mind making mistakes because you learn from them, and boy do I. Okay, now let me find that and get it started. Find those creases and get it started, and we still go slow because you can still get cracking on the inside and you don't want that. So we're going slow, we're gently pushing, you know, don't just go at it. And the reason why I put tape down everywhere so that you don't get air pockets. But in one of my videos I talk about how I had a air pocket that drove me crazy, and I just slid it, pushed all the air out, put glue in there, and then sealed it back up, and then covered it with decorative paper, and you would have never known it. So guys, we're almost halfway done. We literally are almost halfway done. Taking my time because that seam is right there on the edge. It slid over when I wrapped it, but that's okay. It will work. Okay, so we have seam binding. This is 24 inches, and they are to wrap right here. So, and I have 24 inches cut in half to tie the book. So let's see where my pencil is. And this is 5.5. So at 2 3/4, I know that I need to put a mark to put my seam binding down. So I need to make a mark. So I am not going to show it that you can see it, but I'm just making a little line so that I do get it a little straight, and it's only on this page and this page. You don't, it doesn't come across here. So there we go. Let's get some tape. I will not be decorating this album on camera for y'all. I don't think you need to watch that. This hangs out too much. I try to get that off. Okay, tape. Okay. See, we're already prepping for our pages to be done because of the seam binding. So I take, it was 24 inches. Let me take it, put it in half, put a little crease right there. Tells me that's the middle. And I'm eyeballing the middle, and I'm laying it on that tape. Okay, we're done with that. Let me do the other side. Seam binding, let's get it so that it does lay flat. Let's not get a, okay. We are pinching the middle. The middle tells me it's about there. Okay. The outside ones, I'll do at the very end. So, okay, let's get to the pages, guys. You've waited long enough. Get your scoreboard out. If you don't have a scoreboard, always use a ruler. Take your stylus or a bone folder and do this on your paper. Let me get a scrap piece of paper and show you real quick. If you don't have a scoreboard and you want to score this, you would take this and you would run it down, and you would, or run it down with a bone folder, and then it would show you the crease that you need to have. Okay? So we're going to have 2 sheets, 8.5 by 11. On the long side, let me get my notes to make sure, 8.5 by 11, we score 1.5 and 5 3/4. So I don't need a pencil, I need this. Okay, so we do at 1/2 inch. Did I say 1.5? Please, let's do 1/2 inch and 5 3/4. Okay, 1/2 inch. I do it twice because this is good quality and it takes that. And 5 3/4. I think that just hit my finger and bumped. Yeah. Okay, put that off to the side. We're going to do our second one at 1/2 inch. Just 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch. 1/2 inch and 5 3/4. Okay, we're done scoring. Fold them down. Fold them down so that it will fit in my better cutter. My one cutter cuts crooked, so we're going to take this, we're going to cut it in half. So this is 8, let's see, we need to cut in the middle, so let me make sure. This is 8.5, so we need to cut it at 4 1/4. 4 1/4. Okay, there's one side of the album. 4 1/4. There's the other side of the album. There's our pages, guys. No hinge. Okay. So let me get my glue out. So you saw where we folded them in half, depending on your, so let me write this down. You scored at 1/2 and 5 3/4. That's a score, okay, of your 8.5 by 11. Then you cut them. You cut in half at 4 1/4. Okay, so there you go. Okay, you scored and we burnished. Let's burnish these down, guys. Let's burnish these down. Okay, now the other half is our lip. So fold them down. I could have done half of this already. I don't think you needed to see all of it. And you burnish. And you burnish. That's half the pages, half the book, and there's the other half of the book. Okay. Now let's put this together. Where's my book? Okay. If you like one side better than the other, I'm going to take it where I can feel that seam, and I'm going to make that the front, because I think when you're holding a book, your fingers are on the back holding it, and you won't feel that as much. And I'll probably put some lace there to protect that. So this is my top, and I'm going to draw a little arrow so I don't get confused. Okay, so I am going to miter the little corners, take the little off on mine. It just takes some of the bulk. It's just a little tip, and I just like doing it on certain things. If you're doing this in the middle of the book, if you're doing this in the middle of the book right here, you wouldn't need to, because this continues on and it continues on. But because it's on the edge, I just like doing it a little bit, even though it continues on, it's closer. I don't know if that makes any sense to you. Okay. All right. So let's get our glue. Let's hope our glue comes out. I could use tape, but I enjoy using the glue. It gives me enough time to move anything around that needs to move around. I'm thinking I'm not having enough pages. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I have to do that a whole nother time, because that's only 2. How far out did it go? Do I need to do another 2 and it goes out 4 more? I have to look at my album. Okay, so that glued down. Okay. I don't remember. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. Yeah. We only used 2 sheets. It just seems like it was longer and went out further, but no, I'm questioning my own product here. So I want this to line up together. So I'm actually holding this. Let's put it on the back side. And when I put it on here to the edge, I want to make sure that this is lined up too. And let's just bring it and say, okay, it needs to scoot over just a little. Plus it's not straight. Whoa, is that not straight? That's why I like using glue. That's definitely not straight, and I need to add more glue. Me rushing to try to make sure this video is slow is making me make a mistake. So I'm just going to slow down, and all the glue that you see right, the paper came off there a little bit. So get in between the score line and here and line that up. And it's because I don't have my reading glasses on that I can't see. And let's just take my time and do it right. White on white is really hard. Are you kidding me? I just can't get this for some reason. And get it straight. Okay, and that lays out. See how when this lays out, they lay out straight? Okay, we got it. Okay, so this is ready, and this is ready. So there's our 1 page, and this goes here. But I got to give y'all a secret on this, on how to make sure that this folds down and doesn't have a bow. Feel there's a bow here. See how there's a little bow in that? So what I did on all 4 of mine, and I should have done it prior, but I'll show it both ways. is I just took off just a sliver, 1/16 of the page, and it lets it fold. And see how now it folds flat, and this one, see how it wants to bow? See the difference between the flat one and the bow? So let's just take off a sliver, 1/16. Okay, I'll show you the sliver. Okay, so do that on all sides that doesn't have the score line. Okay, and it just helps fold it just a hair, but it wasn't enough to change the size of the score lines and do math that way. All right, guys, so this one goes here and here. Let's tie it up so that it's not my way when I go to glue my other side. The seam binding is just so nice and easy. That other stuff was aggressively nice lace, thick, thick ribbon, I should say. All right, let's do this side. I think you can probably say I've seen enough. I've seen what she did. I already know to do the same side on both. No hinges, quick and easy. But if you want to hang out with me, I'll be right here. I'm going to finish this. So let's put it in between the score line there. Make sure it is straight. Let's just really make sure there's no glue coming out, which is fine. Make sure it's down. Let's do the other one. All my links are down below if you want to follow me on my blog, on Facebook, Victorian Dreams by Leigh blog, or if you want to be a part of my group, Glue Gun Chronicles. I have a Pinterest page. So yeah, I wish you would follow me. So let me see. Let me get this lined up so that it is straight, but I also want to fold it down and make sure that it matches the other pages. So let me just scoot it over a little and it matches the other pages, and push that down. There we go. This side's going so much easier and quicker. There was a little glue and I rubbed it off, and the pattern paper will hide that. Okay, so let's fold this like that, and let's fold this like that, and see how flat it is without embellishing. But you have so much room for embellishing. Let me tie this up. I'll show you how to do the seam binding if you want it on the front. You don't have to, because you are, you know, but look how much space you have if you want to add embellishments. So do the seam binding or the ribbon, whatever you use, rope, whatever you have, twine. You do it the same way. Let me find my ruler. Let me get a different ruler since I can't find my ruler. Do y'all see my ruler? Where did I stick it? Okay, so this is 5.5. So I know I need to come to 2 3/4. So I'll make a line right there. Same thing on this side. Make a line right there. I take my tape and I'm going to put a piece of tape right in the middle of that line and tear it off. Make sure it's secure. Tear it off, and I'm going to take it, and how far, it doesn't need to be total, and if I have extra tape, the pattern paper will also cover that up. I like to put extra tape on this to give it support. I know that there's going to be tape on my pattern paper, And I will peel this backing off once I go to decorate this, but it gives extra support. That means that tape will be on the pattern paper and will secure that. So let's do it one more time, guys. And we're going to put the tape this direction in the middle of that little tick mark. Okay, we're going to get that down. And see how this one is not as much as the first one coming as close. I wish it was a little more. So that helps me when I go and put the tape down to secure it even more. But of course your pattern paper will have tape on it, and your pattern paper will hold it in place too. So okay guys, let's just tie it up and we're done. If I wouldn't have fumbled with my fingers and different things, we would have even been quicker. And if I wouldn't have talked about the first two projects, we would have even been quicker. But look at here. So I'm going to make another one just like this for more nieces. And this one is a brag book for somebody. I don't know who. But there you go, guys. There is the project. How long did we take? That was a pretty quick video, wasn't it? It's a quick little project. I hope you like it. I hope you join my group and like me on Facebook and go and do a part of that giveaway. I would really appreciate it. I hope you like the stuff I'm making right now. I'm missing Charlie. I did use Charlie last night right here when I put the lace on here, but I'm missing Charlie. And I'm like, oh man, I really want to work with lace and do a lot of shabby chic stuff, but you've heard it, I'm moving. Sooner or later, I'm going to move. So as soon as I get done moving and giving this giveaway away, I'll be back into shabby chic, and I'm so ready to put lace on paper for cards and different stuff. So guys, thank you for being here, and have a blessed day. Bye everyone.